Hi all. So today in the last session we basically talked about in depth about CSS selectors. So where we saw basically how to locate web elements using CSS selectors. So for today's session we were left with XPath. So today we'll see how to basically write XPath using the XPath accesses. So let's get started with this. So for our as our reference we'll as usual we'll use our Selenium nodes. So let me quickly open that. So far we have discussed how to write XPath and all, correct? So we know how to write XPath, basic syntax we already know about how to write a relative XPath or a absolute XPath. So we use, let me quickly summarize, let me quickly recap here. So if I go here and if I have to write XPath for, let's choose something else today. Let's say I want to XPath for this button. So simple as that. Control F, double slash A, double slash A, and then let's say href contains is equal to, we'll write slash angular practice. Oh, sorry. So we will get one matching node. This is how we write a relative XPath for this. Okay. So let's quickly jump on to what further more we'll have to discuss here. So now we can see we can use both CSS selector and XPath for the above elements, but we prefer CSS selector because CSS selector is pretty much faster than XPath. Okay, so what does, let's understand the syntax of XPath first. So what does this double slash means? This double slash means that we are navigating to the HTML document, and we are referring to the descendant. I told you descendant means that not the second immediate, not the immediate child, but away further around the immediate child as well. Not this. If I say in terms that if we have a tree, not what double slash would mean that we will be seeing the next child as well as the more, as well as the more child further around that child as well. Okay, so then a single slash means that we are traversing from parent to immediate child, and double slash can be set to as parent to immediate child and more further around that. That if that immediate child has more child, so we can go on to that as well. Okay, so at the rate symbol is for attribute symbol, and star is for matching all the HTML tags. Okay, star, yeah, that's something around different. So double slash input at that value is equal to login. This is what we already know, correct? So let's quickly for writing XPath we are provided with few of XPath accesses. If we say, if we can if I'll tell you, so there are following XPath access that we use basically for relative XPaths. Okay, like in CSS selector we studied about star is defining that contains something or not, or starts with or ends with something, correct? So like that only in XPath we have few 8 XPath accesses. First one is text, where you can write the XPath using the text function. If an element has a text function, you can do that. Then second one is contains, which is similar to the star of CSS selector. Then we have starts with here as well, that is similar to the exponential sign in CSS selector. I think we saw that. And then following sibling means one down, that is we saw with the plus operator. Preceding sibling means one up. Okay, I'll show you with the examples. Then parent means the parent of that web element, and descendant means the descendant, means anything that is beyond that, just beneath that parent, that we can say descendant means. In general term we can say like we have cousins as well. So I am related to a child of my parent, but my parent can say this to my cousins as well, these are my descendants. Okay, they can be set to it. And ancestor means the parent of the parent. Okay, like a grandfather, you can say. That is similar to this. Okay, so I hope this is quite informative for now, and let's quickly move on to the first one, that is text function. So let's see the first the syntax for this. As usual, for relative XPaths, we write double slash HTML tag, then a square bracket. That's the first thing. Then text, for text, if you want to locate an element with a text, then give a text function. Basically, all how we write a function in Java, so that is same as here as well. So text double round brackets is equal to text and whatever the value of the text. So if I zoom in a little bit, so we can see we had an element like this, that is learn selenium, the p tag. So double slash p text is equal to learn selenium. Okay, so inside text function we will have to pass the whole text. There's nothing like that. You, if you pass only selenium, there will be no matching node. Or if you just give a part of that or substring of that basically text, that this won't work. Okay, so what else we have? Yes, if we see there is a space between any of this, let's say this is a space that is before. If I'll zoom more, so this p underscore learn apm and then underscore. So if you just directly type learn apm, this will not work, because space is also considered as a character in our programming language. So that is how this text function works here. Okay, so you need to be precise in each and everything that you see around the text function. Okay, and there is one limitation with with text function XPath access, that if there is a NBSP tag is generally for giving dynamic spaces. If there is a tag between the text, then you cannot use the text function there. So that is will not be fruitful for us. Okay, so let's quickly go and practice one for this. Okay, we have what we have shop here. Okay, this can be done here as well. So I'll quickly do for this link, and then we'll practice one two more, and then we'll move quickly jump on to the other topic. So at the rate a tag, and then we know what to write. Text function is text function is equal to, and the whatever the text is here, for here case it's home, and it's giving you one matching node, as you can see. Correct. So let's validate also. If I give only ome, that is a substring of home, so this won't work. Quite pretty much understandable thing. So you need to give each and everything same as for what you are seeing in the UI, or basically seeing in this DOM. Okay, so you will have to give each and everything same as that. So this is one thing we'll have to consider. Okay, and I hope this was quite pretty straightforward. Let me check if we can find it something around what we say around a space. Let me check if we have yeah. So we have this text, as if you can see, this is this one text, be assured that your product one. So we have we can see that we have a s6 as the tag name. So if I go around and see there's a breakline tag as well, so that is not same as NBSP tab. So we can if I do this, but this does not have any space. But if we check, we can check that we have will be in learning protector, that there's a space starting with this. So if I copy this text, will be if I write that double slash h6 text function will be space in protector. So we can see no matching node, since space is also treated as a character, so we cannot do that. So we'll have to consider it as well. So if I give a space here as well, so I can find the same element, that is giving me one of one matching node. Okay, so this is what I meant about we were referring in this document about what a space will yield to. Okay, so this is that is, but in this basically page we don't have any example around NBSP tag. So I won't be able to give you an example for this. Maybe I'll search it today, and if I'll get any something else, so in the next session I'll show you about the same. So let's do our next XPath access, that is, I think, contains. Yeah. So contains is similar to the star operator that we used in CSS selector. So it's same. It's basically this. It's also simple, we can say. So it starts with double slash as usual with the writing a relative XPath. HTML tag contains the text function and the text value. There's something tweak here that you'll have to pass the text function with the value inside the contains method. Okay, be clear, be specific. I'll zoom it also. Contains, and then you give this inside the round brackets the text function, that is a function that will validate your exact text value that is passed as an argument to the contains method here. Okay, so or we can give the attribute and the attribute value as well. So let's see for the text function first of all, then we'll move with the attribute on the attribute value. Okay, so this is the same tag p learn selenium. This is with what we say. So we were discussing, we have this tag and contains function. So we'll just pass selenium. We'll just pass selenium with this, and we'll be getting one matching node. And if we pass this learns, so since learn is, let's say we have these three tags, so learn is in all three tags, so we'll get three matching nodes here. Okay, then if we pass learn selenium, so we'll be getting only one matching node, and so for the case for appium here as well. Okay, so here this can be resolved in the case that if you have spaces in the text, this can be easily resolved with the contains function, since this will search for the substring inside that uh, basically the string whatever is there in the text function. So okay, so for the nbsp tag as well, there's no issue since you will be passing only the text, so this will easily validate the text as well. So here's a further example of how to write for attributes. So basically with no text or something around that. So we have a link href. With this link https www.seleniumhq.org with a text function as text as selenium, and this is the anchor tag. So simple as that. Double slash a contains at the rate attribute. What is the attribute? The attribute is href, and the attribute value is this, whatever you feel like you can pass, which will act as a substring with this value, and you'll get a matching node. Okay, so let's quickly practice this over here. So let's come up with this. For contains, we'll choose, okay, we have this one, or we can go with no alert danger wala thing will not work. There's no text function, so we'll choose, let's say this, yeah, this text as well. Okay, it's here. So just simple double square, sorry, double forward slash tag. Okay, tag name. Then we studied contains, and inside contains will have this round brackets. Then we'll write the text function, pass as an argument, and then we'll give this the text whatever we have. This is protractor tutorial. Let me grab this up and paste this. This is the whole. Okay, spelling is wrong here. Of course, yes. So this will give you one matching node, and since this is the whole text, let's say I'll give only tutorials. This will also match. Let's say I'll give only tuto, that will also match. So that is I think pretty much clear. This is just validating the substring inside that string that belongs to that, and this is pretty much straightforward. So we can it's similar to the star operator in CSS selector basically. So if I show you just a minute, but for CSS selector we cannot use text function basically. Yeah, that is one limitation with CSS selector. So let's move on to the next one, that is starts with. So this is something straightforward, that double slash HTML tag starts with the text function, whatever the text you are passing, and the attribute or that. Okay, I missed with this attribute one. Let me quickly grab this up and show you a link. Okay, so just pause the video, and if practice on your own, I would say what will be here contains this. What should be here? Just guess it around. Add that. Yes, you guessed it right. Char ef, and then slash. And slash is not necessary. Just we can give a substring angular and this, and then we give shop. That will not work because there is a space. Okay, angular practice slash shop, that will work, or simply pretty much slash shop, that will also work. So this is quite straightforward. So let's go with this again. We'll try with starts with. So double slash starts dash with, and the text. What is the text here? Text is what is the, sorry, text is protractor tutorial. We'll write a text function and comma, then we'll give this. There is something issue around. Sorry, forgot the syntax as well. Me as well. Starts dash with. Okay. Okay, there's no dash. Shan. Okay, what is the mistake that we, okay, the tag name is something different. H1, yeah. So we got it. So this is, no need to give whole name. The simple protractor, that will also work here. Okay. So if we want to validate for this one, let's say I'll give H5 here, and then this is a demo e-conference. Let me give this here. Let's see what we'll get. I'm not sure. Okay, we have this one. Okay, it's highlighting to this. So this is how starts with works, and that will be similar to the starts with attribute or something. So if you want, I can quickly show you for the same here as well. No, this will give you two matching nodes starts with. Okay, there's something unique around here. There's nothing unique around here for any link, or we can write for this as well. Okay, no issues. We can give with the div that starts with the attribute. Let's say it is attribute, that is class, sorry, class with form. So it's giving us 10 matching nodes, since there are 10 divs that start with the text with the class as form. Okay, if I give form group name, maybe 2 or 3, 6 are there. Okay, so this is quite pretty much straightforward and clear to us. So now we'll go up with our next thing, that is fourth one. So let's see the limitation of starts with. What is the limitation of starts with? If there's a tag present at the beginning of the text, obviously we know we cannot do that. So let's see what following sibling means here. So we use following siblings when we want to traverse from one sibling to another, to the next sibling basically. And preceding sibling means we want to travel from the one sibling to the previous sibling. In the sense we can say we are moving in the forward direction. In preceding sibling we are moving from the backward direction. From the name itself it's clear. Following means the next, preceding means one before. Okay, so that is pretty much understandable. So, and parent, if we see parent means we use parent to traverse from child to the immediate parent. So if we want to traverse from this, what will be the parent of this td? This td will have a parent as this, because this parent has the, we if we understand the tree structure here, the table has one two child, t head and t body, then t body has five childs, and this tr has one two three four five six childs. Okay, so this td's parent is this td's parent is this. All six have the same parent, and this has a one parent that is t body, and this has a parent of table. Okay, so straightforward this is also. So what is this? Slash td text is equal to java, and following sibling td5. Okay, so it's explain, we have explained around this or what. Yeah, double slash td and then text function. Okay, this is java written here to be precise enough. So then the following sibling td. So we have how many td's following to this td? We have 1 2 3 4 and 5. That's why I've written here as 5. And then slash a. So how many td's have a in there? 1 2 and 3. And with the td with as the text download, how many are there? 1 and 2. Okay, so this is about parent and preceding and following sibling. So let's quickly go for a following sibling. Okay, let's say I want to following sibling. Now let's see, let me have one form with class name as ng pristine. These are same. Let's see for this form. Okay, so I'll show you how many this following siblings are there with respect to this div. So it's simple as that. Div, if you have got that, you can write it on your own, or else we can see it here. So we have classes form dash group. I think so, I'm correct. Yeah. So now we want to see how many following siblings this div has with respect to this tag. So following siblings, for following sibling, the slash and just following dash sibling and four colons. Okay, and then specify, now specify which, what are you searching for, basically which sibling are you searching for. So for, as we can see in this html document, that we have div as this following sibling for this div. Okay, so we should get how many we have: 1 2 3 4 5 6, and this is 1 2 3 4 5 6. Yeah, so if we check this up, we'll get six sibling, and this one is the first. So next around are six. Okay, so this is what following sibling means. The next immediate sibling of that, your, we can say in general terms, your brothers or sisters, we can say. Okay, siblings, as we all know, we are much familiar with the term. So now, if I want to traverse one, let's say preceding a one backward direction. So I would show you here with group by. I think everyone knows how to group by. If I say to group by with the second index, pause the video and try it on your own. So it will be simple. We'll just write 2. This will be second. And if I see now with respect to this second sibling, we have 5 left. Okay, since we neglected the first one. Okay, so now if we want to go preceding sibling, so how many will be there? 2 will be there. Preceding, okay, 1 will be there. So we'll have one sibling, that is, this is the second one and this is the first one. Okay, so we'll have only one preceding sibling, one backward direction. If we go, we'll have only one div for this. This is what preceding sibling means. And let's move on to the parent part now. So if we write for parent, so if I see for this parent also it's same. But this the parent will be form, I think so. No, yeah. So with respect to this div, we have only this one as parent, correct? And if I show you, sorry, is that for this, and we can see this is closing inside. And if I write slash parent colon div, so this is the div container is the parent of this form. Okay, so this is straightforward. There's nothing that we are just, if you want to traverse from child to the parent, so you can go as well. And if you want to traverse between one sibling to another in the forward direction, that is for forward following sibling. If you want to traverse from one sibling before, you can go with preceding sibling as well. So this covers up this. So let's see what is further around. So we have descendant. So it says we can use descendant when we want to traverse from parent to any child in the node without, we can skip the subnodes in between. Okay, so simple, this is nothing, just we use a single we can use slash descendant, or we can use a double slash as well, that we are generally using. If we see each and every of our cases, we are using that. So let me quickly summarize this as well. So let me quickly summarize it. There is anything around how this wala will work. Let me check it for here. Spelling is correct. Wrong. DESCNDNTS T. So descendant is nothing, just div. So we have a div with a class of form group has descendant divs only 4. If we check, first div does not have any div. Second, this one does not have. Sorry, this one does not have, and the rest 4 will have. This one also does not have. Okay, there are 7. Let's quickly see this. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. These are the 4 divs that have descendant. Or if I simply write it as double slash div, this will also give us 4. That's pretty much same. Okay. So this covers our descendant as a descendant is just nothing. You need, if you want to skip the next child node, and if you want to search around any of those, so that is what descendant means. You can put a double slash for descendant, that you don't want to go with the immediate child, you want to see look away around more further. Okay, it's simple. For a tree example, you does not need to go to the next branch. You are searching around every branch beside the beneath the next your immediate child. Okay, that is what descendant means. And it's written also, we use descendant when we want to traverse from parent to any child node. We can skip the sub nodes between. That means we can skip parent to any child node. If I write double slash table slash double slash tr, so I'm skipping the t head and t body. That is what I was trying to say, that we can skip the sub nodes here. Okay, so this covers our XPath basically. So we have ancestor. Let's see about what ancestor means. Ancestor. So talking about ancestor, we can say the grandparent. If we go around this one, that is class input, class form control. Okay, we have two matching. Let's figure it out with the first one. I'll use grouping here. Now And using grouping here, what we'll do, second one, and slash ancestor, and give me the div which is ancestor to this. So there are two here. Okay, let me check for first one. We have two as well. So these are the ancestors for this. So basically, we generally don't use ancestors much on priority. Basically, we don't generally use. I haven't used in my career that we generally get using those following or preceding siblings, or if we come to the latest tools that we are using in the market, we get generally we use what we say CSS selectors only. So currently we most precisely we use CSS selectors only. So let's see more further around the XPath access. What is left here is how to use, okay, how to use multiple attributes, as we saw in the CSS selector that we can use the name and the class that is justifying. So here as well, same, we can use the and the or conditions. It's same. uh, so if I go in double slash input, name is we have name RD, and I think we saw this example in the last lecture. So we have name is equal to RD, and the at the rate class is equal to female. So if this, since both are true, this will give you a one matching node. If any of them is false, so we will won't get a matching node. But if we say that name is, we can use or as well here. At the rate name is equal to RD or at the rate class is equal to female, so we'll get two matching nodes since we have the name in both as RD and we have the name class as female in both of these cases. So I think this is pretty much straightforward. You can just try it out yourself. Okay, so now grouping index, we have already seen that how to group your elements. If you have multiple elements, just use a round bracket and you specify the index, and that's it. Okay, so this pretty much covers our today's session for XPath with accesses. I hope the session was quite informative, and I'll come around with something new in the next topic we'll be seeing. So that's not pretty much decided yet. So I'll come up with the next topic as well. Okay. So thank you all. Thanks for watching this, and meet. Let's meet in the next session. Thank you.